Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Can somebody please confirm if you guys can hear me clearly and see me clearly? Anyone on the comment section, can somebody please confirm if I'm audible and visible? We will wait for some time while the rest of us, the rest of the students join. All right, somebody did mention that they can hear me. All right, then. Thank you so much. Can somebody also say I'm visible as well? Yes, fantastic. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to this AMA session. A lot of you had questions regarding the liberal studies, the application process, profile, what needs to be updated in the, in your application. So I am here. My agenda today is to make sure that I answer all the questions, not only in the comment section, but to make sure that when you're asking these particular questions to me, the answers are very clear with you so you can proceed further. All right. So, quickly, whatever your questions are, you can update that in the comment section. I will pick it up from there and I would answer. Now, just wanted to understand, everybody who have joined right now, is everybody from, have completed their examinations? What exactly is happening with the boards? Boards done, waiting for now the process. What is exactly happening? So just mention the questions in the comment section. I will pick it up from there and I would answer that for you. Okay. Looks like people are waiting for someone else to ask the questions. Okay, we have a question here. All right, let me quickly take the question. Where's the question? So a lot of you have asked right now about the questions regarding okay, I have the questions here with me. Nayonika is asking, is Ashoka, Krea, and all better than Symbiosis Christ or NM for Form BBA? Okay, see, first understand one thing. Ashoka and Krea. Let me talk about Ashoka. Ashoka doesn't really offer you a BBA per se. Okay, it's liberal arts, which means that you will end up not only studying. So when you're studying BBA, you are hardcore doing your management there, right? You are studying management. You're doing subjects which are related to management. But when you're doing liberal studies, you are actually given the opportunity to study whatever you would want. Okay, so the first year, which is the major difference between a normal BBA program, or if you would say a normal degree, what you would take, which is a foundation year. Okay. Now, if you're comparing these two, the foundation year itself means that you can try multiple subjects there. Okay. You can try, it's just like a buffet where you have starters and you can continue having, in semesters, you can have two or multiple, uh, you know, uh, uh, multiple subjects which you can try in semester. All right, which gives you an understanding of what exactly you would want to major. So we cannot here, I think the question what you're asking is like apple versus oranges. So if you're looking forward to do BBA, like a proper management degree, then you can definitely opt for symbiosis because you're very clear with it that mujhe BBA karna hai. So if you want to do BBA, then going ahead with symbiosis would make sense. But if you want to possibly try, let's say, I want to do psychology with economics. I want to do, I want to also try international relations. Then doing Ashoka, Kriya, symbiosis, NMIMS, which are the liberal studies per se, would make a lot more sense. Also, which would really kind of change here is the fact that eventually delivery of each and every university which would give you would be the same. They will focus on making sure that you get good communication, you get stronger with communication, right? So when they are looking at, when they are focusing on stronger, you being stronger with communication, you being stronger with the content, liberal studies eventually also works out that way. However, what is an important aspect decide whether you want to go for a BBA degree or you want to go for a liberal studies degree. Okay. I hope, Nayonika, I have answered that question for you there. Got an IB 45 out of 45 November. Amazing. That's a good score there. Definitely. One string. That's lovely. Congratulations. Sanvi is asking, ma'am, which is better, IPM from TAPMI or from IFMR? Okay, now what is better for you? Now that completely depends upon what you want. Okay, so let's put it as an example that if I am looking at MBA, people look at what content they would study. TAPMI is very disciplined, IFMR equally disciplined. If you want to look at the placements eventually, you can look at that as well. So eventually, both are at par if you're looking at an IPM per se degree. Both give you an exit options. So if you want to go with either or, pretty decent when it comes to the IPM program is concerned. They would be able to, in fact, offer you equal uh, degree in terms of the content if you're looking at. Okay. Drushti is asking, ma'am, could you please brief me about Flame's SOP format? Okay, Drushti, when it comes to Flame SOP format is concerned, Flame is giving you three questions. Okay, now these three questions, the first question is about why do you want to join Flame, right? That's it. That is exactly the question which is Flame asking. Second, they are asking what exactly your plan is. Why do you want to join Flame? What exactly your academic goals are? What do you want to achieve by joining Flame? And the third one is a very opinionated question in regards with if you're joining Flame, if creativity, success, and innovation is interlinked, and how exactly in your personal life you have achieved it. So your firstly ensure one thing when you're writing this three individual Flame SOPs or the statement of purpose. The statement of purpose is asking you to write about yourself, about your journey. So when you're writing it, ensure that whatever you are looking forward to achieve, you are achieving it. Try, do not, firstly, try not to copy from anywhere because you would get caught. Don't use heavy language because you would get caught. Because if that's not really your language, when the interview would happen, they would know when you're normally speaking to them. Okay. Try not to use AI as well because AI language, they are sitting there, they read 100 of applications and they will catch you. Okay. Also, be very genuine and write about yourself. When they are asking you why you want to join Flame, do some research, go on to their website. There is very the Flame website itself will give you the reasons to join Flame. Okay. And if you need more support, you can, if you are an IMS student, you can always connect with me. You can email me. I will mention my email address. You can email me, or you can go to an IMS center and ask them for the consulting services, because I take one-on-ones with the students and help the students for their SOP and for their PI, making sure that your profile is, presented with them accordingly. Okay, so that's about for you, Drushti. Second, we have VR Prajapati. Mock score are very low after 10 mock. What will I do? Where did you do this 10 mock? And which mock was it? Because the IMS don't offer more than three for Ashoka, Kriya, and Flame. But if you're talking anything beyond Ashoka, Kriya, Flame, and if you're talking about a normal mock which you are giving for your entrance test and the marks are low, then firstly analyze the mock, understand why there is which section is really hampering you. Okay, don't go blankly. एक टेस्ट में स्कोर कम आया, दो टेस्ट में स्कोर कम आया. There is a reason, right? Where are you losing marks? Which section are you losing marks? What type of questions you are losing marks? Definitely there has to be something which is not going right, which means you need to analyze it. If you feel that there is a particular section you are not really good at or you need practice, don't just take another mock. practice that particular question and or that section, and then give the mock again and see if you can find a difference. Right now, it's just andhere mein tir marna. So don't do that. Ashoka mock is harder or NPAT? Ashoka is very high on LR, while NPAT is very high on, let's say, mathematics. Okay. So if you look at the Meet Shah, you if you are applying for Ashoka, and my suggestion would be for the first round of Ashoka, we did our analysis. Go through the analysis, you will get an understanding of what kind of paper Ashoka is giving. It is definitely not really a normal, easy paper. So don't be under that impression, Ashoka ho jayega. Ashoka nahi hoga. A lot of my students who, in fact, went with the same approach were surprised. Okay, so don't be under that impression. If you need support, we have mock test series available for students. I will get the link updated. Please check that particular link and make sure that you attempt those mocks before you apply or you go ahead with attempting the actual, Ashoka aptitude test, right? Which is on the 3rd of May, if I'm not wrong. 3rd of May is when the Ashoka aptitude test. NMIMS BSc Economics or Ashoka BSc Economics and Finance. Okay. Now, one string, if you are looking at NMIMS BSc Economics and Ashoka BSc Economics, Economics and Finance, again, Ashoka BSc Economics and Finance gives you a double whammy here. Okay. And this year, Ashoka, so if you are looking at more on the CFA level, then NMIMS kind of works well. See, again, we cannot say X acha hai ki Y acha hai because everybody requirement would be different. Okay, so if somebody who just wants to focus on economics and doesn't have to do anything with finance, for them, BSc Economics for NMIMS works perfectly because it covers the level 1 for CFA. A lot of students who appear or apply for NMIMS BSc Economics, they know their CFA level 1 is almost sorted because it is a similar kind of syllabus, or what you study almost becomes same. But when you're looking at Ashoka, economics and finance is something which is added there. The delivery which is happening is a little different. So what you are looking forward for, what your approach is, if you want to, let's say, study abroad after your graduation, then Ashoka definitely gives you a platform where you would be able to get into student exchange programs, which is a good opportunity. Shakit is asking, ma'am, is Ashoka better than IIM Rohtak for someone who wants to specialize in finance and can afford the tuition fee? See, if you are a good student, let's not get into the affording factor, because if you are a good student, Ashoka will ensure that you are even given 100% scholarship if you are a good student. When I say good student, I'm talking about the academics should speak for that. Academics will speak for that. They have gone ahead and given 100% scholarship to students. So you can expect that. When it comes to IIM and when it comes to, when we look at IIM and Ashoka, I don't think, again, it is apple versus oranges, and uh, we cannot really kind of compare. IIM Rohtak has its own uh, requirement or has its own output, which what you can expect, and Ashoka would give you a different output altogether. So again, apple versus oranges here. Miss, but BBA doesn't really have any value in today's time unless you club it with something else. I think Bloody Lust Gaming 2448, my God, that's something when it comes to the name is concerned. Anyways, see, when it comes to your degree is concerned, your degree eventually would not matter if you don't really have your skills. You tell me something, if you take a BCom degree, but you don't know the content, accounting ही नहीं आता है, would that make sense? Yes, no, quickly. Would that make sense? In the comment section. It will not. It will absolutely not make really sense. But if you are studying, accountancy, but with that, you're also kind of upskilling yourself with doing, with taking doing an advanced level Excel program, understanding how the tally works, understanding the higher level of accountancy, it would, that's when the accounting, or what your degree, what you are doing, the skills, what you develop, that's how the employer will actually start valuing you. Okay, not just by your degree. So it's the same way which works with not only a BBA degree, but with any other degree you would go with, that when you take a degree, you also have to develop your skills, whether it's communication, whether it is writing, not only the verbal communication, but how you write, in terms of how the content knowledge you have. If you're doing finance, you really need to know what is happening around in finance, right? So that's exactly, according to my purview. And a lot of, that's exactly the fact. Aditya is asking, Atharva Pimple, you're turning 18. Woohoo, Aditya. Who know? Atharva. Happy birthday. One string, Ashoka versus University of Hong Kong, no cost constraint. See, if there is no cost constraint and if you're looking out for a University of Hong Kong, it's a good opportunity to go with. Okay. So if you feel there is no cost constraint and if you're getting a University of Hong Kong, then definitely University of Hong Kong would be a good opportunity to go with, because eventually that matters. Even if you're in Ashoka, you would try for a student exchange program. But when it comes to Ashoka, uh, one thing you have to understand, that you would get a lot of opportunities, what would be available there. Okay. Any further questions? Any further questions? Ma'am, is SLA good? Yes. Prayukti, SSLA is definitely good. If you are looking at, if you want to study good content, if you want to study, uh, if you're looking at good peer group as well, it's a good place to go. However, there's one thing which um, I came to know about SSLA, was the fact that SSLA doesn't really offer you placements. Okay, it will help you with the placement, but there is no placement cell as such what they have. So that is something which can be a maker or a decision maker for a lot of students. Okay, so that is something which you have to keep in mind. If you're looking at, let's say, doing masters, if you're very 100% sure ki I will do masters, not really planning to work after, let's say, graduation, then I think it's a very good option. Okay. SSLA, which is Symbiosis School of Liberal Arts, absolutely. Then SSLA is a very good option. I have one of, in fact, a lot of students last year opted for it. Nowadays, students are proactively opting for it, because, firstly, Symbiosis anytime provides you with a very good quality of education. Okay. Even when it comes to the project work, even in terms of the other opportunities which students get in, in Symbiosis, it is really good. It could be a possibility, considering now a lot of liberal studies university or liberal arts university which are offering uh, you know placements. You never know that Symbiosis will also start with the placement services for, specifically, it's not that they will not assist you, but placement will not be there. They can possibly direct you to companies but would not have in-house placement. Next question. Ashley. Hello, ma'am. What is BSQFE in IIM Amritsar? Can you please explain? Yes, Ashley, BSQFE. Okay. BSQFE is a degree which is called Bachelor of Science in Quantitative Finance and Econometrics. Okay, this particular degree is available with IIM Amritsar, and in Mumbai it is available with Jai Hind. Okay, now this particular degree is focusing a lot. Now the name itself tells you it is lot focusing on quantitative, financial econometrics. So it is economics, finance, and somewhere a little bit of analytics, which is a part of it. You really need to be good with mathematics, and if you need more details, I can actually give you the link of, or if you are on the YouTube channel right now, I'm sure you are, you all are on the YouTube channel. If you type Campus Insider IIM Amritsar. So it's just 2-3 months back where I interviewed, I just was just talking to them. And these students have given complete download of what the program is, how it is delivered, how much
rigor it has, how much of maths it has, how much of economics it has, how much of econometrics is or quantitative analytics is it is. So everything is given in detail. So just make sure you check that. Anya Nayak, good evening, ma'am. Is it possible to reserve your seat at Ashoka? Yes, Anya. If you have got your offer letter from Ashoka, you can secure your seat. Okay. Just have to pay an admission fee or an enrollment fee. Once that particular fee is paid, your seat is secured. However, if you want to withdraw it later, there are certain guidelines. The refund guidelines are there as per UGC. You just need to follow that and you would be able to take a refund as well. Meet is asking, should I choose Johns Hopkins or Ashoka? Now, that completely depends, Meet, what exactly you want to achieve in life. If you are, let's say, I think all these questions, what you want to do completely depends upon then. I just cannot ask, what is good for you unless I know your profile, unless I know what you want to do. So I think for this, I really need to talk to you, Meet, one to one. So if you're an IMS student, please make sure that you book your consultation with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Then we have Prayuti. Should I be considering NMIMS for liberal arts? NMIMS again is good, but again, Prayuti, I want to understand what you really want to, what are you really looking forward to pursue? Because there are certain things which possibly NMIMS would not be able to offer you as major minor. So it doesn't matter which college you would go with, but the fact of the matter is what you want to pursue as a major minor. Right. If your combination, what you're looking out for, if it's not available with X college, then you will have to look out for other opportunities or other options for yourself, or else change the major minor you want to do. One string, ma'am, Aditya Tiwari is a very. All right, okay. Ma'am, is it meaning to apply for all the colleges that I must suggest and then choose the best one that you get? See, when it comes to what colleges to apply, you're not it will not be, I don't think there is any student who just rely on one college, right? You need to apply for multiple colleges to ensure that you get the best one. So, when we make an application strategy, we definitely roll out almost 11 to 12 colleges for each student to ensure that what is your priority there. Firstly, you list your priority. Okay, so the answer is, somewhere yes, that you need to apply for multiple call. It's not that what IMS suggests you. Okay, but if you feel that this is something, this particular college is working well for me, apply there. Apply in multiple colleges and then see which is the best bet you have. You should have multiple offer letters for you to come down to consensus. Okay, fine, I will go here. If you would hear any past student talking about themselves, whether it's about, when they are talking about how they achieved, going into that college, if you listen to them talking about what their journey was, they will tell you that they had multiple offers. And in that multiple offers, the reason what they had to decide on to the ex college they went. Um, Miss, I applied mathematical computing and is good course at NMIMS. Yes, it's a good one. Because in India, AMC isn't valued so much for now, but definitely you can see, that kind of growing. How can we book the consultation with you? You guys can book the consultation with me. If you are a part of the liberal, studies group, you will be, you would have the Calendly, link there. Let me just see the Calendly link and I will paste that particular Calendly link for all of you. Okay. I am from commerce background of Gujarat board, so I'm eligible for BSQFE as I don't have maths as a subject in 11th and 12th. If you don't, even if you still don't have subject, maths in the but you must be having some applied mathematics or statistics. Okay, so they need maths and stats in the 12th. So if that is something which is a part of it, then there is an opportunity. Sorry, but what my suggestion would be, if you're still doubtful, before you fill the form, email IIM Amritsar and check with them. I'm sure you would get the answer and things will be, you would get the idea and the answer which you're looking out for. Ma'am, when is GIPMAT form date arrive? Even I don't know. I am waiting. I keep a track of all the particular form fillings, which is happening. But as of now, there is no update happening for the GIPMAT form filling. It's already March. GIPMAT should happen sometime in May. So let's expect next week GIPMAT giving the date for the form filling. If you have not if you're not really followed the YouTube channel, make sure you're following it, because once the form filling, it starts, we make sure that we let you know through Instagram, through YouTube, through messages, to WhatsApp. And I think the best opportunity for you to check is Grad School Zone. If you have not checked it, if you are not on Grad School Zone, you guys are, it's a comprehensive place where you get what you're looking out for. It will become all the more easier for you to have all the information at one place, whether it's application, whether it is information, eligibility criteria, selection criteria, everything would be available. Ma'am, should I stick to Pune campus for symbiosis, and which program are best for symbiosis Pune? Anya, for see when we talk about campus, yes, for symbiosis, that's a legacy campus and that's a good one to go for. But what programs you should be applying now, that is something which again depends upon what you wish to pursue. If you want to do liberal arts, and if I tell you apply for all, like a BSc Eco, they have two mass media degrees. They have a management program. They also have now program which is on sports management. They have program on artificial intelligence. It would not make sense. Understand what you really want to pursue and accordingly apply for programs. Okay. Prayukti is asking, if I get good college in DU, should I take that SSLA for Pol Science? If you get good college, so when we say good college, what is the definition we are looking at? So if you're getting, let's say, an SRCC or LSR, Prayukti, go ahead with it. Okay. If you get, for that matters, if you get a Hindu or a Gargi, if you get Stephens, go ahead with it. These are legacy colleges. You know that the content which you are getting from these colleges are something which will only help you do well in your life. Okay, that is the reason why these colleges have created their names. And not the names, but even the employers trust them, and trust them for a reason, because they know that the content what is taught, the students understand it. So it has its own value there. All right, I think I answered a lot of questions already. Any further questions? Not, right? Okay, I am just checking the uh, information here for the calendar, as you all are looking at the calendar information. You want to connect with me. So I am giving you my link where you will be able to connect with me on Calendly. So just give me one moment. I'll get this particular information available for you. So it is easier for you. And you guys can just book the appointment. It's just going to be a very simple process. You book the appointment with me. Okay. And you guys will receive the invite for the same. And once you receive the invite for the same, you can just go ahead and you just have to ensure that you're joining the meeting. Okay, I think that's what you guys need to do. A lot of you book the appointment and then forget, so don't do that. If you're really interested in understanding which direction you need to go, and XYZ, make sure that you're joining the meeting. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions there. All right. uh Here it is. I will just paste it in the comment section. That's the one-on-one meeting link for all of you there. I think there's some issue. It's not getting pasted. Let me just check 1 minute. All right. Any further questions, anyone? Oh, looks like there's some issue going on. 1 minute. Hmm. Here it is. Got it. All right, here it is. So here is the link. If you all want to connect with me on one, I'm sharing the link here. Um, a lot of you asked questions, huh? I was thinking about bachelor's in computer science and artificial intelligence. Are they what they see? Artificial intelligence now, Anya, is something which people are really looking at. We know that AI is taking away people's job, but AI and computer science is something which is really gonna be, good. So I think it's a good opportunity to take. Lazair is asking, ma'am, I am in NIOS cause I want to do sports and IP maths. So will it be a problematic in the interview? No. I don't think your interview is based on the board you are from. The interview is completely based on what are you as an individual. So if you have done well in your entrance test, if you are really doing if you know your content, if you say that you like sports, and if you're saying that you like maths, the questions asked to you about maths and you're logically answering them, you know what you are speaking and you know your content, that's what they would be looking at. I don't think boards have anything to do with why they would select you or why they will not select you. uh that's and I also spoke to you about the campus insider. So a lot of you have questions about, and somebody asked me about BSQFE. So just go on the YouTube channel, type the Campus Insider, and in the Campus Insider, you would get the information for the IIM Amritsar episode. Just check that particular episode. You will get all the details you are looking out for the program, which is BSQFE. It's a good program to go for, something which uh you know you can definitely look forward for. Here it is. I found it. I'm just sharing that with you. How can IMS help for interview with Flame? Okay, so Jayesh, we have, so consulting services is what I take care. So when you enroll with IMS, we make sure that you are aware of what exactly interview is, what kind of questions you are asked. You would be able to get mock interviews where different mentors will interview you, ask you the similar kind of questions which will be asked in the Flame interview. And you would know what you will be better prepared because you would know what kind of questions will be asked. How to get scholarship in Flame? Got an offer letter. Congratulations, Vedant, if you got the offer. Flame has an opportunity for scholarship. It's need based or merit based. You will have to check with Flame. If you have not got proactive scholarship, you will have to email them and check with them what are the opportunities. If you're asking for a need based scholarship, then there are certain documents you will have to submit. If it is merit based, then after a certain percentage, like a 90 above, 95 above, you would be able to get yourself a scholarship. Just email them, write an email mentioning that why you think you deserve a scholarship, and they would be able to help you out with it. They would at least reply what is the amount of scholarship they would be able to offer you. So I have already given you my one-on-one consultation link. I have given you the link for the IIM Amritsar, campus insider. What else? What more information are you looking out for? How many of you are applying for the Ashoka aptitude test, as in the third round, which is ending on the 22nd of April? Welcome, Vedant. How many of you are applying? Make sure that your application is perfect. It's good. You are elaborating the right things in your application, making sure that you know it's updated in the right manner. All right. I guess you all are done asking questions. All right, then. No further questions, looks like. All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone. I think you have been a very lovely audience. Thank you so much. In case if you need any support, again, I have already updated my Calendly link. Mm, Flame round 3 interview on the 6th of April. Congratulations if you have got a round 3 interview call as of now. But round 3 is concluding on this round 4, which is concluding on the so if interview round already started, I don't think so. Have you got, so if you have your interview on the 6th of April, you can always connect with me and we can help you with the interview prep, Jayesh. Ma'am, should be go for the Masters Union? I got the offer letter there also. What should I consider? Vedant, now completely depends now. There are two different things you're also talking about scholarship. Now, see, this is where the concern is. I cannot just give you answer just like that. Okay. I need to know what your priorities are. As a student, if you feel that I need, scholarship is extremely important for me, then we have to understand Masters Union Flame, which is giving you scholarship. Okay, if none of them are giving you scholarship, then we need to understand which is the, what is the criteria here. We can talk about it, I can give you the direction. Book a calendly one on one, please. I would not be able to just tell you just like that. Okay, so whoever has questions, see, I cannot really give you answer. It is not yes or no. There's no black and white. I need to understand what the situation is, what you are looking out for. If you are asking in plain sight, Flame or Masters Union, what you want to study is the next question I have. Masters Union offers some very different options compared to Flame because Flame gives you 240 major minor combinations. What we are looking out for is important. Okay. Any further questions? Do we have any questions here or we are done? All right, looks like we are done with the questions. Now I can again say thank you everyone for listening, to the information. And if you need any support, please feel free to connect with me. We'll be more than happy to assist you further. And all the best. Do well. Bye bye.